Hi there, welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to use this lovely pineapple shaped trinket tray or dish and some chameleon flakes, and fingers crossed it works. I have a lot better success this time around than I have previously. We're going to use a beautiful green colour, stunning, and this other colour here that I've just shown you. I'm just showing you actually, in fact, all of the chameleon colours that come in these beautiful flakes and box. Look at those. So just making a decision as to what colours I think I should be using. In the end, I've opted to go for that green one there, and I'm really only going to put that in the leaf part, or the stalk or leaf part of this tray mould. Now we have got a pineapple shaped pot mould, lidded pot mould somewhere, and for the life of me I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it anywhere. So just cleaning up the mould here of a bit of debris. So instead of using the pineapple lidded pot mould, I've used the strawberries again, and here's hoping I have better luck than I have last time with those, but we will see. Now just trying to create some way of making sure that the flakes, the chameleon flakes, because we all know how fly away they are, only go in the area I want them to go in. So thought I'd try a bit of tape. That wasn't really working. So it's at this point I'm actually racking my brains thinking, what shall I do? And I've got some of this. Now this is a wet wipe that's dried out. It's actually a tough wipe from B&Q. Which we've started using, which are brilliant for cleaning up resin, your workstation area, moulds, everything else. So I've just literally tucked it in. So I've tucked that little bit of the mould in, and trying to make sure that it doesn't go on anything else. So here we go, just liberally applying the chameleon flakes to the leaf and stalk part of the mould, still flying absolutely everywhere, of course. Because it was at this point I realised I still haven't got any tumble dryer sheets to follow up on the tip that we've been given recently by somebody else. Thank you very much to that person. My apologies, I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but thank you ever so much for recommending that. So basically, if you've got I think it's a used tumble dryer or maybe an unused tumble dryer sheet, that you wipe over your mould and gloves with those, and it stops the static so chameleon flakes don't fly everywhere. Moving on, as you can see, really burnishing in these flakes to the mould. There we go. And it's got a lovely deep golden green into sort of almost peacock blue coloured colour basically, which is exactly what I wanted. We are. So just making sure I'm going in, it's gone in everywhere I want it to go. Look at the way it's catching the light. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Making sure I've covered every single bit of the mould that I want covered. We are. Just take your time doing this. I mean, obviously bits of this video have been sped up. And there we go. Look at that. So a little bit of a clean up. Oh, a little bit of a clean up, and then moving on to the lid part of the strawberry pot mould. Now you've seen these moulds before, I'm sure. I tried using Aquacast and decided in the end, I think went with the green and white marble effect. Unfortunately, didn't go very well at all. Not at all. Apologies for the barking in the background. That is one of the dogs. Woe betide the postman for daring to deliver anything to the house or daring to deliver anything. So here I am. I thought I'm going to give it another go. Let's see what happens. Spoiler alert, not a great result with the lids of these moulds. Again, and this was just using regular epoxy resin rather than Aquacast or EcoFlow. So not too sure how we're going to progress with this mould, but we'll see. I don't think the strawberry pots with these lids will be on sale. I think we're probably going to end up keeping those for ourselves, just purely because we're not happy with the way the lids actually turn out, what the result is like with those. But there we go. As you can see, very liberally applied the chameleon flakes to the lid part of this mould. I do exactly the same with the other lid. because I made 2 of them. And then any leftover chameleon flakes I had, I popped back into the container. So there we go. Note to yourself, really must purchase some tumble dryer sheets this week. Even though we don't have a tumble dryer that we would use them in. But you never know. We'll try. We'll get a small packet and see how we go. But here's the finished bit with the dusting of the chameleon flakes anyway. And it's looking good. It's looking good. And yes, we do use the black resin. So that's that one. And here we go. I am just giving a little last tidy up, little clean up to the rest of this pineapple trinket shaped tray. We are. So I like gold. As most of you have probably realised, I really like gold, particularly for certain types of things. I'm more the boho chic, Baroque style sort of theme of interiors. I love all those. So I thought I want to see if I can get something that I think would go within keeping of that. So a bit quirky as well, maybe, to go along the fruit line, perhaps. I don't know. But we'll see. Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you have a particular favourite theme of interior decor that you like, or colourway that you like, or type of mould that you like? What sort of themes do you have in your house? Do you have any? So I'm going with the Let's Resin metallic powder. This is one of the golds that's in there. I don't think it's the antique. I don't think it's the rustic. I think it might be the antique gold. But look at that. You can tell it's a powder. You can tell it's not a flake. It's not mica. Look at the coverage. Now, trust me, you can see I've got rather a lot there. A little will go a very long way with this product. So I'll just sped up this bit of the video because you don't need to see me doing this for 20 minutes, applying the metallic powder. So all I'm using is what's already on the kitchen towel there and just going over the inside of the pot. I do also cover the other bit of the strawberry too. So the idea was to have beautiful chameleon green gold or green gold and blue tones to the lid, which was obviously the stem and the stalk part, and then have a golden strawberry. So poetic license there, because obviously no gold strawberries in real life. They're all red, aren't they? So look at the way that metallic powder is taking to the mould. It's glorious. Look at that. Showing up all the detail on the mould as well, which is nice. I mean, obviously, if you were doing this in red, then when you've demolded, you could go in and you can just touch up if you wanted with some paint, some little bits of acrylic paint in where you think the little seeds would be and so on. Or you can leave it as it is. So just carefully trying to turn the mould back the right way round. Now this is when I get mica powder all over me, or not mica powder, metallic powder all over my gloves as well, which I then transfer unknowingly. I thought I'd wash the gloves completely and really well. I should have just changed them. I end up transferring a little bit of this gold metallic powder onto another project, which you'll see in, I think it might be the next video after this one. But there we go. So look at that. I mean, the two, look at the contrast. Real pop of colour. So now I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the fruit part of the pineapple trinket tray. So I'm just trying to get that metallic powder off of the kitchen roll and just put paper. I'm just popping it back under the mould again. And then just look at that. So that's with the existing metallic powder that I got off of the kitchen towel. Just burnishing it on. Look at it. You see what I mean? Look, goes a long way. And then just dipping the brush back into the pot. Again, it's a dry brush, not a wet brush. And just going in and around all of the mould there. There we go. That's just stunning. I mean, there's nothing to say that you couldn't have this in other colours. You could do purples, you could do pinks, mauves, blue, all colours of the rainbow, really. But I particularly liked the idea of a golden pineapple. Hence, I really need to find the pineapple-shaped pot mould that we've got. Fingers crossed, here's hoping. By the way, this tray will be available to purchase on our website, and it'll be part of the spring summer collection, which will be launching towards the end of March, I believe. So Wayne, I've handed over to Wayne now. He's mixed up some epoxy resin. It's Tea Expert, and he's added black pigment to it. Now, there's only certain parts that we want black resin to go into, and we knew we wanted it to go into the lids of these little strawberry pots. So he's poured a little bit in. Now he's just going to pick it up. He's going to squidge the bottom of the mould to get rid of any air bubbles, and then he's going to top it up, and then he's going to do his best that he can to either squidge all around the outsides of the leaves right up to the very points, or he might take a cocktail stick down or something, just carefully though, very carefully. There we go, look, he's actually going to use a micro brush, and he's going in and out of all those little details of the edges of the leaves in the mould, trying to make sure that every little air bubble that might be there and got trapped isn't, and is released and dispersed. So fingers crossed, spoiler alert, it doesn't quite work, but you'll see what we mean. So just tops up the rest of the mould up to the top there, level, puts it to one side and fills up the other one. There we are. Exactly the same. Well, not exactly actually, he didn't squidge the bottom of it, did he? I just noticed that. But the stalks weren't the issue. It's these little prongs, these little points with the leaves and so on. But we will not be defeated. We'll give it probably one more go at making this pot. Otherwise, you know, yeah, we might sort of put this one to one side. So just filling it up. There we go. Looking great. He's going to put it to one side, and now he's going to do the pineapple. Now the pineapple part, we only wanted it to go into the leafy stalk section. So Wayne's created, he's used some of the, have you seen the tape? The green tape that you can get if you want to stick down open back bezels to. He's put some of that in to create a barrier with an, you know, and then backed it with some folded up kitchen roll or some thin cardboard just to give it a bit of support. And he's doing his best to create, so hoping that that's created enough of a seal and a dam, as it were, a barrier, a dam barrier, not O-dam, a barrier, so that it stops black resin from going down into that gold pineapple. Because the thing I was worried about with black with gold is that it would make it look murky or greyish toned, and I didn't want that. I wanted the brilliance colour of the gold to shine through. So there we go, he's just topping up that one and then putting that to one side. You have to let that cure for 24 hours before you do the actual fruit part of the trinket tray. So there we go, just getting a little something out of the resin there. So that looks good. He did also spritz these with some isopropyl alcohol just to make sure that the surface bubbles were dispersed and burst. So he's mixed up some more resin. He's added in some beautiful gold pigment. I think this is possibly an Arteza mica powder that he's added rather than the metallic, gold metallic powder. And here we go, he's going to fill up the moulds now. So here's a strawberry pot. It's one of the bases. So just topping it up now, it's just filling it. So just slow and steady, filling up the mould. Look at that lovely colour. Just reminds me of treacle and toffee and golden syrup and things like that. Gorgeous. This is quite mesmerising actually, just sitting watching this. Yeah. Do you have a favourite part of any projects that you make? Craft projects? Do you have a favourite? Is it pouring the resin, mixing the resin? Is it brushing on of mica powders? Is it adding glitters? Is it the demould part? You know, what part do you have a favourite part? If so, what is it? If you've joined us today, thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us to watch. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. I also realised that this is quite a lengthy video. It's nearly 30 minutes in length, goodness me. But we wanted to show you all the processes, and it's a, you know, it's a 2-day pour type resin pour as well. There's a bit of a bonus one too coming up, which you'll see what Wayne uses his leftover resin for. And obviously then at the very end, the beauty clip as I call it, at the very, very end, you'll see what he made, and also the fact that we made the same things using leftover resin from a previous project. So you'll see that too. So I hope you're enjoying this so far. We do obviously understand that not everybody's got half an hour of their time each day to devote to watching a craft video. So, you know, what if you need to pause, leave it, come back another day, finish watching, then by all means do. We appreciate everybody that watches. We also appreciate everyone liking, sharing and subscribing. So on that note, I need to say hi to all our subscribers and hello to everybody that's joined us in the live chat for the premiere. If you are in the live chat, why not give us a thumbs up now? We really do appreciate it, as I say. Right. Now, Wayne's using the Let's Resin metallic powder. So this is the following day. And he's putting a tiny bit, small amount, into a small amount of clear resin. So it's regular epoxy resin. T-Expert, again, that's the brand that we use currently. Just brand of choice. We're not sponsored by anybody. And he's carefully mixing in that gold metallic powder. Look at that. Look at the coverage. Oh, wow. That literally is like somebody's melted down a gold bar. Wow. And obviously this bit's been sped up. He doesn't mix it this quickly. Make sure you scrape around the sides of the container that you're mixing your resin in and across the bottom so you don't get any clumps of metallic powder, because that wouldn't be great either. There's all those little bubbles coming up to the surface and popping. There we go. And he has removed his makeshift barrier that he made. So he just removed that and popped that in the bin. And here we go with pouring it into the remaining part, or the fruit part of the pineapple-shaped trinket dish. Can you see how the black one has, the black part of resin has cured, and a little bit of the mica powder has come up, chameleon, or the chameleon flakes come up to the surface. So here he is pouring it in carefully. There we go, making sure that it goes right up to the top of the mould. And then he'll put that to one side. He'll also spritz that with some isopropyl alcohol just to get rid of any of those surface bubbles. And yeah, just to ensure that. Now, he's topping up over where he did the black. I didn't realise he did this. Oh, bless. So at least from the back or the underside of this piece, it will look like we've used all gold resin, but those of you who've watched the video will know that we haven't. So there we are, just a nice little finishing touch there. Well done, Wayne. I didn't even think about that. So he's got leftover resin, and we've got these lovely moulds. Now these are reed diffuser moulds, which we purchased recently. They're from, I think they're from Temu, or they might be from Shein. We have got haul videos that you can look back through in our playlist and have a look and see what we've purchased, bargains we've got, inspiration for this year for projects perhaps, and these I think appear in it. So this is the lid part if you're going to use them as a reed diffuser. So he's just pouring in some of the leftover gold resin into this one. Yeah. Look at that. Just going carefully with the cocktail stick because you don't want to scratch or puncture the mould. These moulds aren't ever so thick either, so do go careful when you're doing this. There we are, and then just topping it up a little bit more with a little bit more resin just up to the top surface of that mould. And then putting it to one side, and I think these took 24 hours to cure completely. So there's that one, just pushing it to one side there. And he's decided to use this mould. So this is got like a ribbed edging design on it. Pouring in a load of gold there. A load of the gold. going in. This is great. And I think he's just turning it around. He's trying to get the resin to coat some of the sides of the mould, go down into the base. Wow. Now this is a surprise to me because I didn't know that he'd actually done this. He'd made these, but this looks good. I like what he's doing. Has he invented a new technique, I wonder? Let us know in the comments if you've ever seen any other artist on YouTube doing this. And then probably has, but if not, well done, Wayne. So now he's just gone to another mould, almost the same, apart from the fact that it doesn't have the fluted or ribbed outer edge to it. And he's doing exactly the same process. See, resin is going to do whatever resin wants to do. So you can hope that it does what you want, what he wants it to achieve here. But until it's fully cured, you never really know. But these pieces, when they're fully cured, obviously I've seen them, and you've probably may have seen them from the thumbnail, perhaps, if they're in the thumbnail. You'll know the result. I think they're stunning, the result. And as I said, he has done this in black, white and silver as well, which you'll also see at the end. There's no creation video for those though, but he did it in exactly the same process as this, where he used up some leftover resin that we'd got from another project. And this is your bonus clips, if you like. So he's just putting in some more gold. Same thing again, just turning it around, manipulating it around the mould. Do make sure, obviously, as I said before in previous videos, that you do take care when using epoxy resin. Wear the gloves, wear the respirator mask, work in a well ventilated area. Make sure you're fully protected. Some people also wear eye protection. Some people wear a full face mask, full respirator face mask, you know. And if you're like me, unfortunately, I can't use epoxy resin. I've developed an allergy to it. So I steer clear of the area completely whilst he's doing this. Now, we also had some leftover gold glitter resin, which was from another project which you won't see. There's no video on that one, I'm afraid. It was for stock for our website. So that is clear resin, you can see there, with gold and Valspar glitter in it. And then the other one is just clear resin with white pigment added. So there we go. That's that one that he's done. He hasn't filled it quite to the top. And then we're going in with the other one. So just alternating between the two types of resin till he fills it up to almost at the top. Obviously, if you're doing this, fill it up to the top. I think he literally just ran out. And rather than make up another batch of resin, wait till you're doing your next project, and before you add colour and so on, you can just pop a little bit of clear in it. Or you can do what Wayne's actually done to these, and I believe, no, he hasn't done it to these. It's the black and white ones he's done it to. He's added a bit of white felt to the bottom of them, so if you put them down on a surface, they're not going to mark your surface or scratch it in any way. There we are, almost done. Apologies for the close-up shot there of the container and the glove. Probably could have done with editing that one out. And that's that one there. Now, still had a little bit of resin left, so I think he goes in and just tops this one up. Yeah, there we go. Just making sure he gets every last little bit out. There we go. So rather than make, 100 new puffy hearts or skulls, or not 100, but something like that, he's actually made something. We've decided to sort of concentrate on making other things that can go up for up on our website. So website was launching at the end of January, so end of this month. That will show majority of products that we made last year, apart from Christmas things. There won't be any Christmas stuff on there. The collaboration things that we took part in also won't be up on there. But if you're interested in purchasing the Halloween skulls that Wayne made, then drop us a line, direct message us, and we'll be able to tell you, we'll give you a price and let you know what the cost of shipping is and so on. There we are. So he really is getting his money's worth out of this resin. Resin is expensive though. Over here in the UK, it's not cheap. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, he'll spritz those with some isopropyl alcohol and then leave them to demold. Here we go. So still Wayne here now. So this is another 24 hours later. The pineapple tray has fully cured. Little bit of cleanup to do around the edges there. Oh, look at that. The gold edge. So it does come out of the mould quite easily, just being very gentle with it. We are nice and clean away from the mould, just a little bit of a wipe over, and then that mould's ready to use again. So here we go, ready? Wow, oh my goodness, look at the leaves. Golden, green, peacock blues, few little flashes of purple. It really is stunning. And that gold, I love the gold because it is a deep, rich gold, but it's not overly bright. It's got a bit of a matte look to it, although it is a shiny mould. I do love that. Now here with the demold of the bonus bit. So this is the reed diffuser in the vase, or 2 reed diffusers if you wanted to make 2. Got a few little air bubbles there, which is a bit of a shame, but that's absolutely fine. And just need to get rid of that little thin centerpiece of resin because that's not supposed to be in there. That's easily got rid of. And there we go. Here we go with the first one. Look at that. Just pulling it down. Moulds do come away quite easy with this, which is good. There we are, just pulling it off carefully because these were still a little bit flexible. It's quite cold over here in the UK currently, so even though after 24 hours things are still, they're cured, but they're still a little bit bendable or pliable. Look at that. So that's the gold metallic powder mixed in resin that you can see at the very top. And then you've got some white with, oh my goodness, look at that. So yeah, some of the resin stayed where he wanted it to, some of it didn't. But I think that looks really, really stunning. And obviously that middle bit will have a little bit of thin resin removed. But then you put your reed, you put your lovely, whatever you're going to diffuse in it. And then you put your reeds in the top and it looks stunning. And I mean, this would look lovely in any home. So this is the other one that you could probably use as a vase or reed diffuser. We are. So just gently trying to pull the rest of that mould off and then twist and pull, twist and pull. That's it. And again, very similar effect has happened there as to the other one. I mean, they're stunning. Look at that. Look at the 2 different, the smooth one outside and then the one with the ribbed. Now, these will be available to purchase. They will come as a set. They will come with one lid like that and some reeds as well. We do not sell the oils that you diffuse in them. That will be up to you to purchase. So really hope you've enjoyed this video and the little bonus clips there of what we did with the leftover resin and the demold section and so on. But I absolutely love this pineapple tray and the 2 little strawberry bowls there. So the strawberry bowls won't be up for sale. The pineapple trinket tray will be, along with a pineapple shaped pot. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Look at the diffusers there in all their glory, as well with the black and the white ones too that he did. And why not tune in, join us again in a couple of days' time for another video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.